welcome to this week's vlog. Happy Monday. It's been a while since I picked up my camera to film anything, but actually I just filmed a little thrift haul, so that will be going up soon. I've got some stuff here, got some stuff over here. This is our last full week here in Utah before we go on vacation next week to Hawaii, so I'm very excited. But basically this week we're just gonna be staying in because, well, right now it's pretty sunny. It's off and on sunny. Basically, it was raining this morning, hailing early midday, and then the sun has been just like peeking out every once in a while here and there. So right now the sun is out, which is nice, but any minute now I think it's gonna start hailing or raining again. But it's supposed to be this type of weather all week. It will probably be best for us to have like a cozy week in. I have some things planned for Ellie. Since we are going to Hawaii next week, I've been trying to avoid taking her to places that have like a ton of kids. So we haven't been going to story time. We haven't really been going to play and learn or kid care at the gym. We've been like staying home, just trying not to get sick because we were sick in January, we were sick in February, and we just had enough. We had enough of being sick. And since we had this trip planned, I was like, there's no way we're getting sick before Hawaii. So this is the last week that we need to be like holed up in the house, but I'm planning some stuff, fun stuff for her so that, like, you know, she can get out. We still like go to the grocery store and do all that kind of stuff, but in terms of like interacting with a lot of kids, we're kind of keeping it minimal. She did have dance class this morning, so she did, you know, go to class and see her friends there. But that's about like the extent of like how much interaction she's getting with kids right now. And I feel really bad about it, but again, I'm just trying not to get sick, especially now that like we're experiencing, I don't even know if this is like second or third winter here in Utah. The weather has been so crazy. I swear last week was like really crazy winds, and then the week before that it was like nice and sunny. Mostly planning to stay home, mostly planning to like catch up on some of like my cozy hobbies. Last week I finished reading, what book did I finish reading? What book was it? I can't even remember. I'll put it in here. I finished reading a book and then I kind of got a little bit burnt out from reading, and so I decided to take a little bit of a break because I was mostly reading at night, and that has been a good time for me to read. It's nice to be able to like have my alone time at night and to devote that time to reading. However, I've just been like staying up way too late, and I'm already very exhausted from this pregnancy, so I feel like I need to like switch up my schedule in terms of like the times that I'm reading, so that way I'm not overdoing it. But I do want to catch up on some reading. So this is the book that I'm going to be reading. This is the book that I'm starting this week. I was going to start it while I was waiting for Ellie during dance class, but I got distracted by pastries and decided to go to a bakery instead. So I haven't started it yet, but this is Shady Hollow by Juno Black, which I believe they are two authors. There's their photo right there. Cuties. This is my first murder mystery, and it's more described as like a cozy murder mystery. It is based around a woodland creature neighborhood. So I thought that it would be like the perfect book to read to like commence spring, and also kind of just get me out of a little bit of like a book slump. I feel like I haven't been finding books that I'm like getting that excited about. So since this is kind of like a different genre for me, I figured maybe it would pique my interest a little bit more and get me excited to read the rest of the series, because this is a series. I forget how many books that are in the series. I think it's like 4 or maybe even 5. This particular series is not available at my library, so I did have to purchase this. I got it off Target, and I think it was like 20% off or something, so I only got it for like $12, which was a really good deal. Yeah, normally I try to just use my local library, but since they didn't have this and I was just really anxious to read it, I figured I might as well pick it up. So I'm gonna try and finish this book this week, and if I do finish this book this week, like before the end of the month, I think I will have finished 4 books this month, which is Very impressive for me because, again, I think in February I read like 5 books, and I think that's where the burnout started. And then when I continued into March, I think the books that I was reading were just like kind of a little bit lackluster for me. Actually, you know what? It was just the one book. I think The Last Unicorn was very lackluster for me. And then it kind of like, I don't know, just like spread on. I did read also The Midnight Library. I think that's the one that I just finished. And that was very good. Yeah, for some reason I just like I've just been really tired. So I think this will help me get back into it. We kind of had like a tough morning with Ellie. She was very emotional. She's been very emotional lately, and currently she's in quiet time, and I think she fell asleep because she woke up at like 4 in the morning for whatever reason. It's just toddlers. They just like to wake up at any time. So I think she's sleeping right now, which is nice. I think my husband just got off work, so we're gonna start making dinner. I know it's really early, but we're gonna have early dinner, and hopefully that will help us go to bed sooner as well, so that we can get some good rest because we need it. Good morning, happy Tuesday. I just finished having breakfast. Me and my husband shared a ham and cheese croissant that I got from Parsons Bakery yesterday. It was delicious. And now I'm just gonna finish my tea. I recently got this green gingham tablecloth from, I just got it off of Amazon, and it paired really well with this tray that I got from, I believe, Savers or Goodwill, one or the other. And I've just been kind of styling it at the dining table a little bit like diner style, and it honestly just like really elevates breakfast and just makes breakfast look just so cute. If you feel like you want your tablescape to be just like a little cuter, get a tablecloth. I tried finding one at HomeGoods, but our dining room table is a square, and it's really hard to find square ones at HomeGoods for some reason. So this one I just got off Amazon, and I think it was only like 20 bucks or something like that. Yeah, I really feel like it elevated the dining experience. Even just like breakfast, I feel like it just looks cuter. It feels like, I don't know, there's something about it that makes it feel really special, even though it's Tuesday morning. So last night I started Shady Hollow, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I didn't read 100 pages. I think I read up to like page 59. I think I'm already on like chapter 8 or something like that. The chapters are pretty short. It's a pretty fast-paced book and relatively easy to read. It was definitely giving me like the Fantastic Mr. Fox / Zootopia vibes, because it's all You know, they're all like woodland creatures. Actually, there's a panda in there, so I don't know if you would call a panda a woodland creature, but they're all animals living in this like small town. They even had, the authors even put like an author's note at the beginning of the book as like a disclaimer to be like, look, we know it's kind of like unrealistic for a mouse and a moose to like speak to each other eye to eye, but this is what it is. This is a work of fiction. And I just think it was kind of like funny that they thought that it was important to put that in there, but it was cheeky. I liked it. They also included a map of like the town, and I don't know why I enjoy maps so much in books, because it's not like there's extensive world building that needs to be happening for this book, especially since it's such a small town. You can kind of get a lay of the land based off of what they're telling you, but for some reason, whenever there's a map in a book, I'm just like, wow, this is so cool. And it does help definitely kind of visualize the layout of where things are happening and like the close proximity of like, you know, this is happening on this side of town and this is also happening on this side of town. So like I said, it's not a super extensive world building kind of universe, but it just adds like a little bit of charm. And that's how I would classify this book. It's so charming. There are a lot of characters, but they give you also a list of all the characters in the beginning of the book too. Just kind of like explaining who everybody is. But I didn't find, or I don't know, maybe it's because I read that list that I didn't find it was difficult for me to keep track of all these characters. But you can kind of tell because it's like, you know, one of the characters, their last name is like Von Beaverpelt, and it's like, okay, like they're the beavers. Like, you know, it's easy to distinguish who everybody is because they are animals. And I didn't want to pressure myself to read 100 pages last night. I didn't want to go to sleep too late, so I read from like 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, which was like enough for me. So we'll see if I get around to like reading it in the afternoon today, or maybe I'll just save it for I might just save it for tonight because I do need to edit one of my videos that I filmed yesterday. So I'm trying to like time block my tasks so that I'm a little bit more productive this week. Right now, I'm gonna finish my tea and then we're gonna go to Target. Ellie, I gave her the choice. I was like, do you want to go to the bookstore or do you want to go to the library? And she volunteered Target. And I am not ever one to deny wanting to go to Target. So, and there's books there too, so we can go and look. But she specifically, she wants to go and look at the toys, which is fine. So that's what we're gonna do. And hopefully that will entertain her for the afternoon, or up until the afternoon when we come back home for lunch, and then she'll have quiet time. I'll have time to do my thing. Hello, ma'am. Would you like to say hello? No. What is it that you need? You want some juice?
No.
No?
I want Mommy to hug me.
Oh, sure.
Can I try the sauce in there?
The sauce?
Yeah, in there.
You mean the little croissant flakes?
Yeah, but it's very spicy.
No, that's not spicy. Mommy didn't put it. There's no hot sauce on that. You can try it. It's good. Do you like it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get ready and then get Ellie ready. Her hair's already brushed, which is good. But we'll get her dressed because it's quite cold outside. And I think it's probably going to rain later.
Go downstairs with you.
Okay, come on. Let's go. Mommy's making pancakes right now, babe. We can have popcorn later, okay? I know, but I'm making this right now for us. Oh, I'm sorry. Purple grapes for the girls. Good. One of the pancakes just fell on top of the other one. I don't know what to do about it. What am I supposed to do here? Just gonna slip that out. Okay, well, I'm in my car. I'm about to head out. Whew. Hopefully that doesn't fall. I'm about to head out and run a couple of errands. So earlier I saw someone post on the Buy Nothing Facebook page in my town that they were getting rid of some stuff, and they had a couple of highlights magazines that they were, you know, giving away. So I'm gonna go pick those up right now. I also have a bag here full of books that I've been meaning to just get rid of. So I'm gonna try and stop around a couple of little free libraries in my neighborhood and hopefully get some good exchanges. So I'll let you know if I come up with anything good. And then also there is a library book that is ready for me at the library. So I'm gonna go pick that up. And then I also saw that I had a Savers coupon in my email. So I'm going to try and go to Savers if I have time. I think that I'm going to save that as the last thing I do today, and see if there's anything good to pick up from there. But yeah, I'm getting out by myself. Ellie's in quiet time. So this is my afternoon for me, which is good because I do feel like I need to get out today. So I'll check in with you guys. Friday. I didn't end up filming anything yesterday, so I just kind of wanted to recap everything that's happened thus far and pretty much like, you know, wrap up the vlog, wrap up this weekly vlog. Last night I finished Shady Hollow by Juno Black and it was so good. I enjoyed it so much, and honestly it was just like the perfect comfort read. Something that was still really engaging but wasn't too heavy, and I immediately already picked up the second book within the series. I think there's a total of 5. The 5th one is coming out in July, so I'm really excited for that, but I only picked up the 2nd book for now just to kind of like, you know, ease into it. I didn't want to just go full force within the whole series, but I definitely could have because they had all the other, they had the 3rd and the 4th there at Barnes & Noble, but Anyways, to recap, Shady Hollow, this is definitely, for me, like a 4.5 star read. It was, like I said, very, very engaging, but still really comforting and like cozy, and it wasn't super heavy, but it still like kept me on my toes and kept me interested within the story itself. But it's just about this small town, this small like woodland town, where a murder takes place literally within the first chapter. Vera Vixen, who is a fox that works at the newspaper, stumbles across the story from like one of her coworkers, and so she is basically trying to solve the murder. While trying to solve this murder, you know, obviously there's somebody who doesn't want her to like, you know, find out what's going on, so weird stuff is happening within the town. It was just a really fun and cozy read, a really good like introduction into like a murder mystery, I think, for me, especially because I'm not someone who I don't really like thrillers or like anything like too jump scary, so I feel like this was like the perfect amount for me. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm very excited to start the second one. So the second one in the series is called Cold Clay, and this is revolving around, again, one of the characters within the town of Shady Hollow, and basically just like another cold case opens up, basically. So yesterday I had dropped off a couple of books at some little free libraries. While I dropped off some books, I obviously perused within them and was trying to see if there was anything that would interest me. So these are the 4 books that I picked up from the free little libraries. I think I went to 5 little free libraries and only 3 of them had books that I wanted to exchange, but I did leave books at every single little free library that I went to. The first 2 books that I picked up are Crazy Rich Asians and Normal People. I haven't read Crazy Rich Asians, but I have seen the movie, so I am pretty familiar with what the storyline is. I'm sure that it's not like one for one with the book, so I'm still pretty intrigued to read the actual book. And then Normal People. I've heard so many people talk about this book. I've heard so many people talk about how this book has like completely like ruined them or just like made them so emotional, but I don't really know what it's about. I haven't read the synopsis on the back. I kind of want to just go into it blindly and see if I can deal with it, but everyone's been telling me that like it's just like an emotional roller coaster, so I definitely think I'm gonna have to like mentally prepare for this before I get into it, but I am excited to start it. And both of these are in really good condition. Like honestly, I was very surprised to see like how nice both of these were. Actually, all of the books that I got were in really good condition. The next one that I picked up is They Both Die at the End. I have heard of this before, and I had put it in my library like bookmarks. I like saved it to go back and like check it out when I had like availability. Basically, I have like so many books on hold right now at the library, and I don't want to end up with like 10 books just ready to go because I'm not going to be able to read them all at the same time. So I kind of just have like a list of books that I'm saving for when I'm ready to read something else. But yeah, obviously there's a spoiler alert. They both die at the end. It says, "We here at Lost Friend Inc. are collectively sorry for this loss of you. Our deepest sympathies extend to those who love you and those who will never meet you. We hope you find a new friend of value to spend your final hours with today. On September 5th, a little after midnight, Death Cast calls Mateo Torres and Rufus Emeterio to deliver some bad news. They're going to die in less than 24 hours. Mateo and Rufus are total strangers, but for different reasons, they're both looking to make a new friend on their end day. The good news is there's an app for that. It's called Last Friend, and through it, Rufus and Mateo meet up for one final epic adventure to live a lifetime in a single day." Sounds really good. It kind of is giving me a little bit of Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, or I think that's what that movie's called, the one with Steve Carell and Keira Knightley. I really liked that movie, but it kind of seems a little bit like that, except I don't think the world is ending. I think they are just dying. So let me know if you've read this book before. And then the last book I've never heard before. This is called The Farm. It's by Joanne Ramos. Nestled in New York's Hudson Valley is a luxury retreat boasting every amenity: organic meals, personal fitness trainers, daily massages, and all of it for free. In fact, you're paid big money to stay here. The catch? For 9 months, you cannot leave the grounds, your movements are monitored, and you are cut off from your former life while you dedicate yourself to the task of producing the perfect baby for someone else. Jane, an immigrant from the Philippines, is in desperate search for a better future when she commits to being a host at Golden Oaks, or the farm as residents call it. But when things don't seem right at home with her young daughter, Jane is determined to reconnect with her life outside, even if it means forfeiting the life-changing fee she'll receive on the delivery of her child. Gripping, provocative, heartbreaking, The Farm pushes to the extremes our thinking on motherhood, money, merit, and raises crucial questions about the trade-offs women will take to fortify their fortunes and the fortunes of those they love. Obviously, this is very intriguing for a couple of different reasons. You know, the main character is an immigrant from the Philippines, and I'm Filipino, or I'm Filipino-American, and then also it revolves around like motherhood, and I'm currently pregnant, and I am a mother to a 3-year-old, so there's definitely like a lot of like connection that I was feeling towards this book. So instantly I picked it up, and the cover's actually like pretty cool graphic as well. So yeah, those are the 4 books that I picked up. After I went to the little free libraries, I stopped by Savers, and of course I picked up a bunch of stuff. So I'm just gonna do a quick little Savers haul. First up, I got this cute little wicker basket. I think it's meant to be a plant stand, but I'm planning to just put it in Ellie's room as like decor, or like, you know, for her to have for her babies, for her little dolls. And this was $4.99. I also picked up this really cute Pyrex bowl. I really liked the color and the design on here, and this was $4.49. And then I also saw this salad bowl. Again, I really liked the design on here. It had a very like a handmade look to it with the radish and the peppers. This was $6.99. It's quite heavy too, very good quality. I picked up both of these glass containers for just like bulk pantry items. I think both of these were in the $4 range. I really liked the texture that was happening on this one, and then I also liked the apples. I don't know if you can see, there's like an apple design on it, and then they're both the like latch hook kind of closures, and on both of these the rubber parts around the rims are in really good condition as well, so I was pretty happy about that. And then I picked up this really pretty green glass vase. I loved the scalloped edge that was happening at the top. This was $5.49, and can never have too many vases, I feel. Next I saw this last minute. I had put some stuff in my cart, and then I had taken some stuff out just because I was like, oh, I don't really think I need these. But then I passed by this, and I really, really loved the color and just thought it would be perfect in the kids' rooms. So it's just a tea light lantern, and it was only $3.99, but the color is really what got me. I just feel like it'll be a really good decor piece for the kids' rooms. The next item that I picked up was this wall hook. This was $2.99, and again, the color really drew me in, and I've just been looking for another way to store some of like Ellie's stuff in her room. Most likely I'll put this in her room for now, and then when the baby has his own room, I'll probably move this over into like his room. For the baby, I picked him up this like knit terry striped tank top, and this was $2.79, and it is a size 18 month, so he won't fit into this for a while, but it was too cute to pass up. And then I found this for Ellie. This is a little gingham tank top, perfect for the season that's coming up right now. And this was also only $2.79. It's a pretty good price. The last thing that I picked up from Savers is this green and pink towel. It has a really cute floral trimming at the bottom here, and this was $2.99. And basically what I'm intending to do with this is I've been seeing a bunch of images on my Pinterest pop up of these upcycled towel shorts. I know right now everybody is like so into the boxer short trend, and I love it too, but I have this like black sheep complex where I just like, I can't get the same thing that everybody's getting right now. So I'm like trying to think of other ways that I can have the same comfort of what like a boxer short and a boxer pant would give me, but be completely different from it. And so I've been seeing a bunch of these like upcycled towel shorts, and I just thought that this was the cutest print of a towel that I've seen at the thrift store, and hopefully I'll be able to get a good amount out of here in order to make a short. I think I have enough. I feel like all of the tutorials that I've seen, they're using like these really big giant like beach towels, and this is just like a regular bath towel, as you can see, but hopefully I'll be able to get a good pair of shorts out of these. I don't know, I might even have to see if I can find like another towel that I can thrift somewhere else that might like somehow mix and match with this pattern so that I have like enough to make an actual short. But it was really cute and I couldn't pass it up. So that's everything that I got from Savers. I think I showed you, I went to Barnes & Noble today and I picked up the second book in the Shady Hollow series. This book is listed at $17, but when I looked online on Barnes & Noble, they had it on sale for $13.99, and they were able to price match it when I got to the register. So I feel like it's always a good tip to just check online and see if they have a different price listed on Barnes & Noble's website. I'm not sure if they'll price match from like other stores, but definitely another thing to look into too. But yeah, they were able to price match it according to the website. I also picked up a book for Ellie because it was like right at the register. It's called Acorn Was a Little Wild. It was only $5. And then I also grabbed her this little Easter rock decorating kit. Again, only $5. The last trip that we made today was to Target because I did get a call from my doctor. I was a little concerned because they said that no news is good news, and I just had my glucose test yesterday, but when they called, they said that I passed my glucose test, which was great. However, my blood work did show that I was anemic, which I wasn't anemic with my first pregnancy, so this is like a new thing for me. It didn't seem like it was like too big of a deal right now. They prescribed me some iron, so that is what I picked up when I went to Target. Just picked up my prescription, and then of course the lady on the phone was like, you know, these pills will tend to make you constipated, and I was like, yeah, I'm pregnant, so I'm already like there. But I just picked up a sexy little cocktail from Target as well, so that, you know, everything will all be copacetic down there. But yeah, I did ask her if there was like cause for any concern currently at the moment, and she was just like, well, you know, that's like what the pills are for, we'll take care of it right now, and then towards the end of my pregnancy they'll check again and see if there's like anything else that needs to be done. But hopefully it doesn't, you know, cause any complications for me. I passed my glucose test, so that part is good. But yeah, I'm just like a little bit unknown about anemia during pregnancy, so I'm probably gonna like do a little bit of like my own Google searching, but I like also don't want to do that because I don't want to freak myself out. So that's everything that's been going on. That's pretty much the catch-up point until this moment right now. Ellie is currently in quiet time, but we're gonna get her out of quiet time soon after I finish filming. But I just thought I would go through all the things that happened yesterday and what has happened today. But thanks for joining me this week, and I hope that you enjoyed all the little segments of seeing like my thrift hauls and book content. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.